Hey everyone, Pete here. Today we are addressing the big part. And that is how to turn prospects into customers. I've teamed up with a legend who is Bradley Benner, who's been turning online prospects into customers for over a decade. If you're already a GMB Dominator beta tester, you already know how simple it is to collect all this data on prospects. But what's the best way to contact them? And can you outsource this process? So what is the best way, without cold calling, to turn all this data we supply into high paying customers? Bradley kindly made a video explaining all this for us, and there's tons more information in the link below this video. Over to you, Bradley. Thanks, man.
Hey, this is Bradley Benner with Semantic Mastery, and this is just a quick overview of what video lead gen system is. We're launching that this week, actually on Tuesday, April 23rd, and essentially what video lead gen system is, it was a method that I used to start growing my agency way back in 2012 because it was hard to get prospects' attention. And it was very difficult to really get a conversation started. I didn't like to cold call. I absolutely hated cold calling. And I was trying to find a way to get through to prospects that I wanted to work with, right? So I would actually go out and search for businesses that I wanted to work with. And then I would develop a video email. Essentially, I would record a video showing their current digital presence and then where they were missing some opportunities that I saw could be improved. And then I would record a video and send it to them via email in a very unique way. And it was a lot of work, but it worked really well. So in other words, my videos would typically be 10 to 15 minutes long per prospect that I would reach out to. And I would send for every 10 emails I would send, I would get 3 to 4 responses like clockwork. So I would, and out of those 3 to 4 responses, I would end up usually being able to close 1 or even sometimes 2 clients and, actually take them on as clients for some level of marketing services, depending on what it was. But it was a lot of work because I would record 10 to 15 minute videos per prospect, and 6 or 7 out of those 10 wouldn't even reply or would never, we would never have a dialogue going. We'd never get a conversation started. So it was a lot of wasted effort, although, like I said, it was very, very effective. Well, in the last several months, I built a whole bunch of lead generation assets using Google My Business, and I needed to streamline the process to be able to start reaching out to try to find service providers, essentially like clients, right? To prospect to service providers that I could sell the leads to or lease the assets to, or whatever the case may be. And I decided that I needed to try to streamline this video lead gen system process that I had used for many years to build my own agency. And so I took that process of creating these video emails and streamlined it. I kind of systematized it, made it much more efficient. And that's what this new version of video lead gen system is. So just to be clear, the original version of video lead gen system is in the course, but now there's the new updated version that I've been testing for the last several months now. And this is just kind of an overview of what it is. It's a streamlined process for a more efficient workflow. It's highly effective with the simple quick question email sequence. That's really how you get the conversation started, and you actually get permission from the prospect to send a video, right? So you literally ask them for permission to send a video, and they give it to you. The ones that do, then you send them a link to either a video or a landing page, which is what I recommend. Or you can even embed a video into an email. It's not really an embedded video, but it looks like one. You can do that as well, and that's covered in the original part of the training. Right now, I'm just sending a link. I get permission from the prospect to send them a link to a video, and then they click that and they go to a landing page where they see it. I talk about email activity tracking and how you can track opens and notifications of link clicks and that kind of stuff, and that's the best time to follow up. This can be used for 2 prospecting targets, for monetizing lead generation assets. So, reaching out to service providers that you want to lease your assets to or sell leads to, or it can also be used for, landing traditional clients. Either way, it just really, you just have to modify the technique to fit whatever it is that your objectives are. And then there's also an advanced strategy for vertical prospecting where I go into detail as to how to get the best, the most traction out of this for long-term growth, especially if you're targeting one particular vertical or industry type, which is what I recommend anyways. So I just wanted to give a quick overview of what video lead gen system is. It's something that I used it to build my own agency up. It's very, very effective. Even the old method it was just a lot more time consuming. This is a much more efficient process. Every bit as effective, but just like I said, it's a lot more streamlined and more efficient. And a lot of this can be outsourced. And that's really, if you guys know anything about Semantic Mastery, we try to outsource as much as possible so that we don't have to do as much of the work ourselves. But you can do it all yourself, but you can also outsource a lot of this so that it makes it much more efficient. And, I look at it this way. If it's up to me to do it all the time, it might not get done. If I have somebody else that I'm paying to do it, it will get done. Does that make sense? So anyways, video lead gen systems coming out this week. I'd highly recommend that you check it out if you have lead generation assets or if you're looking to grow your agency and take on new clients. It's a great prospecting method to get the conversation started. It'll be up to you to make the sale, but this is a great way to get their attention and to get the conversation started, which I always found to be the hardest thing. So again, Bradley Benner with Semantic Mastery. I hope to see you inside.